Hi, I'm Joseph, and today I'll be talking about the formation of coral atolls. And you may not know what a coral atoll is, but when I say it, but it is one of those desert islands you see, like the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks. They're just beautiful, little serene island, and they're normally found in the South Pacific Ocean, around below the equator and around the equator. They are small islands that are surrounded by a ring of coral reef, which protects an inner lagoon, which normally has an island at the center. Now, these atolls start at the bottom of the ocean with a seamount or an underwater volcano, which either comes from a hot spot or from a ridge with a barrier on the tectonic plates. This seamount will grow over time and will eventually form a small rocky island, in which the island will then attract drifting corals, which will latch onto the rocks and then begin to form a fringing reef. The fringing reef is generally made up of hardy corals that can take the beating of the waves and currents, and they're not really pretty yet, but they're really strong, and they take a beating. The next step, and then what happens next is the island starts to wear down. It starts to subside into the crust. Actually, the islands actually sink. And the next thing that will happen is you'll get a barrier reef. And barrier reefs are much more known. They're like the Great Barrier Reef, and they form. And on the outside, you still have the hardy corals, but on the inside, you'll have more soft and gentle corals, and that's where the fish will come in. And that's generally what you think of when you think of a barrier reef, is you think of the pretty, nice corals and everything. And after that, the next thing that would happen is that it forms a lagoon in the middle, which is a completely separate ecosystem. And this ecosystem is just a flat. Then that's where you get the white sand is from this waves beating against corals, and parrotfish actually eating the coral and defecating out sand. The final stage is, after years and years and years, about 30 million years actually, the island will completely sink underwater, and you'll just have an underwater island. And these are just more pictures of completed coral atolls.